Hey guys, welcome to this video where we are going to talk about another broadcast template. And that broadcast template is the webinar invite template. Now, a lot of people don't want to do webinars, they just don't feel comfortable talking to people. And it's fine, you don't have to run webinars, but just know that they can make a lot of money, a lot more than any other pre-sales sequence or anything. So if you are actually willing to do webinars, you will make more money. And this template is made to basically invite people to webinars. Now, you don't necessarily have to be the expert to run webinars. You could be running, JV webinars, and it's essentially inviting people who sell products and be an affiliate. Just bring your audience and have this person present to them and sell them something at the end, and you will get a cut of the sales. Now, what can you expect from webinars? Well, I'm actually going to show you the closing webinar we did for Authority Hacker Pro like a month and a half ago, actually 2.5 months ago. And you will see that basically we had 332 people sign up. We had 119 people show up, which is okay, but not crazy. But what's very cool is the conversion rate, right? You will see that we actually made 24 sales from this webinar, 11 from the live webinar, and 13, from the live webinar, and 11 from the replay. And the conversion rate is almost 11% on the live webinar and 9% on the replay. And you can see that we basically made shy of $1,000 of recurring revenue on that webinar because we were selling Authority Hacker Pro. So, if you count the churn rate, etc., that's probably like $6,000 to $8,000 that are literally coming inside the business from talking to people for like an hour or two. Obviously, it's a bit of setup, and the app I'm using is Webinar Jam. Is the same app I'm using for you guys when I do the Authority Hacker Pro webinars. It's pretty good. It's not. It's probably one of the most affordable in the market. Google Hangout is not the best, but it's all right. And then the way you get people into these webinars is basically you send them to a page where you promote your webinar. This is the webinar page we used, and it's basically using Strive Leads, and Strive Leads plug into both GoToWebinar and Webinar Jam. So, these are the two big ones in terms of webinar apps. So if you are using any of these, you can use Thrive Leads to build your opt-in page and your webinar invite pages. And the email sends to this page, people click, people register, then they get reminder emails, and they go to the webinar, you talk to them for an hour or two, and then there's a replay available for a few days. And people take the offer, and you can see that you can make quite a bit of money. So now let's just jump into the actual template, okay? So I'm going into my active campaign. Once again, I'm gonna create a campaign, call it webinar, and I am gonna pick a list, segmentation in that case. Then I am going to pick my webinar template that I prepared, like I talked about. Then the template should be webinar, main benefit of the webinar. So in that case, that would be webinar, how to bootstrap authority sites. To bootstrap authority sites. Simple, right? Very, very down to earth. And once again, I'm not trying to be very original. You can definitely do A/B tests and try to be more original. I just find simple just works as well, and it works better across niches. So if you are, working in different niches, these examples will work every time. So here's my template that I prepared in Active Campaign. That's where you want to prepare your templates. It makes it much easier. Hey there, I'm holding a special training on, and then I would pick a date. In that case, I'm going to pretend I'm doing this one even if it's in the past. September 14th at 8 p.m. GMT. So remember that you should precise the time zone. And as you might have seen in Authority Hacker Pro, sometimes we mix it up and it's quite annoying for people. And then what I recommend you do is you use this everytimezone.com website where you can actually pick a time in your local time. So for example, if it was like at, 9 p.m. my local time, then you can see the link on top is changing here. And so you can actually put this link inside your email. What time is this for me? Wait, is this for me? And when people open the link, it's going to tell them at what time it is in their time zone. So I would literally link to that and just link it. So boom, now this is a link. During this webinar, you will learn everything about, and then the main benefit of the webinar. In that case, that's bootstrapping authority sites. You can register for the event right here, right now. So it's like click here to register for this free webinar, and then I would just link to the page. It's very simple, as you can see. Then I would just highlight it, I would make it a link, and then here are the few things that you will cover in this free training, and you would basically just take your bullet points that you have here, basically, you know, what's going to be inside that training, and explain to people what you're going to be talking about. So in my case, that would be 3 important things to look before selecting a niche, the content mapping process and what keywords to target, and 2 tactics that work in any niche to grow your traffic. So that is the 3 bullet points I would be using, so people can find them back on the landing page. So if they click here, you know, it's the same argument. So if they liked it here, they should be liking it on the page. And a lot of other things. Here's a link to register once again. And here I would actually put a raw link. I would put a link that is like that, because people like raw URLs for some reason. So I would just do that. I would make it a link. Done. I will see you on the training. So that's basically the campaign I would be sending. It is very simple, but it converts. Obviously, you can try fancier. That's just a great starting point if you're doing webinars. And then when people register, your webinar platform is going to take care of reminding them, bringing them. And then, well, we might probably do a webinar or a blueprint on, you know, doing webinars that convert. But if you do a good job, you can convert quite a bit of these people, and you can see the earnings per attendee are pretty high. And, you know, I know that a webinar platform is not necessarily the cheapest, and you could literally start with just Google Hangout. If you really want to start low key, just, you know, register people to a sequence and then just send them a link to a page with a Hangout embedded, and you don't need to pay for anything. Eventually, after that, you can go for Webinar Jam if you want, but that works really well. So I hope you guys give a shot to doing webinars, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.